Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about making virgin coconut oil at home. When it comes to coconut oil, there are lots and lots of different processes to extract the oil. Virgin coconut oil is extracted from the fresh coconuts, whereas the refined oils that we get from the store are made from the dried coconuts, which requires bleaching. Since this oil is extracted from fresh coconuts, this has a fresh aroma and very good nutritional values. Virgin coconut oil can be made with two different methods. One is with heat and another one is without heat, which is called the cold pressed method. In today's video, we are going to see how to make the oil with heat, and I'll be soon releasing a video on how to make it with the cold pressed method. Although this oil doesn't involve any chemical processing or it doesn't contain any preservatives, it has a shelf life of 1 year. You don't need to freeze it or you don't need to refrigerate it. All you need to do is just use an airtight container and store it at any corner of your house. It will be good for 1 year. The method which I'm going to show you guys today is a very traditional method, and it's used over the southern part of India, mainly Kerala. So without any delay, let's see how to make it. I'm into the farm to get some fresh coconuts. Usually coconut trees are very tall. They'll be around 15 to 30 feet height. But this tiny little tree over the corner of the farm is very short, and it has lots and lots of coconut. But this is very short, guys. Actually, I can touch the coconuts with my hands, but it will be hard for me to pluck them up. So I had some help over there. One of the most important thing we have to keep in mind while making coconut oil is choosing the best coconuts. Matured coconuts are the best for making oil. So if your coconuts are not matured enough, I mean if they have a very thin layer of flesh within the shell, please neglect them. Make sure that your coconuts are matured enough and they have a very good thick flesh within the shell. I have taken two big matured coconuts for today to make the oil. You can take any number based on your needs. Now remove the flesh or the pulp from the shell. You can shred it as well. Here is a quick tip for extracting the pulp easily. All you have to do is freeze the coconuts after breaking them for 5 minutes. It will make your process of extracting very easy. After extracting all the flesh or the pulp, transfer it into a blender and grind them into a coarse paste without adding water. At this stage, add about 400 ml of water and grind it into a smooth paste. You can add more water if you feel it's necessary to make it a smooth paste. After grinding it into a smooth paste, use a filter or cheesecloth to extract the milk. Make sure not to throw away the leftover coconut residue. We are going to reuse them and extract the milk again. So keep them aside. The milk which you have extracted for the first time will be very thick when compared to the second time. Now add the leftover coconut residues to the blender and add as much of water as you want. to extract the milk again. I have added about 400 ml. Take a thick bottomed pan or kadai. I'm using an iron kadai today. Make sure it's big enough. Turn on the stove and pour the coconut milk into it. Iron kadais can distribute the heat evenly. That's why I prefer iron kadai for this. If you don't have iron kadai, you can use any other thick bottomed pan. Make sure that the flames are in medium throughout the process. It will take almost 1 hour for the entire process to be done. Add the milk to the pan and let it boil. After 15 minutes, you can see the coconut milk foaming up. At this stage, stir occasionally and make sure that it doesn't overflow. After 30 minutes, you can see that the milk is still foaming up and it's reduced to half of what we have added. After 40 minutes, we can see that the oil is getting separated from the milk, but it still needs to be boiled and it takes another 20 minutes to get the oil completely. After 50 minutes, you can hear some cracking sound from the pan. After 60 minutes, you can hear that the cracking sound has reduced and the oil will be very clear at this stage. You can cook for another 10 minutes if you want, but if you want a very clear oil, turn off the stove at this stage and let it cool for 1 hour. Your oil will get a mild yellowish tint if you cook it further. After 1 hour, the oil is cooled down completely and it's very clear at this stage. Now use a cloth to filter the oil. It's always good to use a cloth for filtering out the oil. Since we have a lot of sediments, you can filter it twice if you want. After filtering out, transfer it into an airtight container and store it. As I said earlier, although we are not using any preservatives or any chemical processes, this oil will remain good for 1 year. As soon as I make a video of cold pressed coconut oil, I'll leave the link in the description box. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If so, please give a thumbs up. Please don't forget to share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.